Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is race number 3 in season number 6 of the NOFSRL Turkey Hill Truck Series. We are here in Phoenix, Arizona, the ISM Raceway for the Circle K 150, a 38-lap event around this 1-mile oval in the middle of Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona. Gonna be a very interesting race because it is the first time in Napa Fan history that we have come to the newly reconfigured ISM Raceway. The start-finish line is now in between the old Turn 2 and the dog leg, so it's definitely going to play a factor into who gets the race victory. And another thing is, too, these guys are starting to use the dog leg a little bit more. That'll also play an effect into this race, so it's going to be a little bit different than the past Circle K 150s that you've seen, but it's going to be a good one. Then we got Chase Marks starting on the pole position alongside Trey Wright for this one. What do you think we're going to see in today's event with the newly reconfigured racetrack? None of these guys have been here with the start-finish line where it is, and none of these guys have raced on the apron before through the dog leg, so what do you think we're going to see here today in the Circle K 150?
I think for certain we are definitely going to see some crazy restarts, as they are definitely going to be using that dog leg. We're going to be seeing 3 and 4 wide restarts possibly, so that's definitely going to play a major factor on who wins this race.
Yes, and on those restarts, we will be seeing guys going 4 and 5 wide. That includes the start of the race, and we'll have to see which drivers can maneuver around that compared to others. We have a lot of relative rookies starting up front. Of course, relative rookies, they are true rookies. We got Trey Smith, Jason Tucker, McAngelo Nwengwu, who won last week's race at Las Vegas. They're all starting inside the top 12. A lot of guys. Josh Williamson, another one of them. Matthew Logan. We'll have to see if they can maneuver around that type of racing because they've never really been in it before. So it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out here at the ISM Raceway. This is how they line up in the championship standings coming into the third race of the season. Of course, last week's winner, McAngelo Nwengwu. Another top 10 run. As a matter of fact, he's the only driver with 2 top 10s this season. 70 points towards the championship for him. John Art is 10 points behind. Joshua Rush, 11 points behind. Madison Toll, great run for her this season, 15 points behind. Chris Skinlart and Edwin Mendez tied for the 5th position in points, both 19 points behind. Only after 2 races, though. We still have 16 races left in the season before we crown a champion on Christmas Day at the Homestead Miami Speedway. Chase Marks in the number 14 on the pole position. Alongside him, Chris Skinlart in the number 12. Matthew Logan with a great run in qualifying for Tanker Motorsports. He's alongside Edwin Mendez in the number 63. The 2017 winner here, the ISM Raceway. Fisher G is starting alongside the number 99 machine of Josh Williamson. Got Adam Garcia, great starting position for him. On the outside of Trey Smith in the number 35. Got Dale Lightning and Jason Tucker rounding out the top 10 here in the Circle K 150. All right, Trey, who's your pick to win? Marty didn't give us one last week. I want you to give me one driver who's going to be in victory lane here today at Phoenix.
Predict that number 12 of Chris Skinlart is going to end up in body armor victory lane, because I did pick John Art during qualifying. He didn't have quite the good qualifying start, so I went back, looked at some data. In the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, Chris Skinlart, he's been really good here at the ISM Raceway, so he's my prediction to end up in victory lane. We'll just have to find out.
Through the restart zone, green flag is in the air. The Circle K 150 is green at the ISM Raceway. Lap 1 of 38, led by Chase Marks. You can just see how wild it is. It's amazing that they have not wrecked yet in this race, but Chase Marks working that outside lane to his advantage, clearing Matthew Logan for the top position. Here comes Trey Smith to the inside of Fisher G, and Chris Skinlart in the wall. Andrew Ross And Alexander Rowe got caught up as well in a melee down the backstretch here at the ISM Raceway. Joshua Rush also caught up in the 66. And Andrew Ross, bit of damage on the 22 machine as well. Unfortunate for those guys. They're going to fall to the end of the field after that one.
You jinxed it, Napa. You said it was amazing they haven't wrecked yet, and then 5 seconds later they do wreck. But
well, you all should know that I do that all the time, so you all should have expected that to happen. Looks like everyone's going to stay out here. We are only 2 laps in this event. Of course, we will have a set of pit stops at some point throughout the event here today. But Chase Marks holding on to the race lead. Got a bonus point towards the championship for that. Matthew Logan, Chris Skinlar, Fisher G, and Trey Smith, the top 5. Of course, Alexander Rowe and Andrew Ross had some damage there after that one. Let's go ahead and see what happened to him to bring out the first caution of the day here at the ISM Raceway. Well, it's no wonder that we had an accident here. They were 5 wide off of turn 2. Nick Smith cut down on Andrew Ross. And Joshua Rush was there, nowhere to go for him. And you're going to see right here Alexander Rowe in the number 19 run right into the 22. He gets up into Madison Toll. Jesse Turner as well tries to avoid him. And you're going to see Turner really lose it here and smash the inside wall pretty hard. Not exactly what Turner wanted this early on here at the ISM Raceway, but unfortunately that's what he's going to get. Not a violent accident. We've seen much worse here before at Phoenix, but tough day right there for Alexander Rowe and Andrew Ross.
5 wide situation going on the back straightaway early in the race. That's a cocktail for disaster right there. Andrew Ross gets spun around by a top, and there you see Jesse Turner's hard hit into the inside wall. But indeed you did say that it wasn't a very violent accident, so I think all these drivers should be able to get back and running. Whether they'll be competitive, I highly doubt it. But a quick yellow to start off this race, and we'll get you right back to the restart.
Lap 4 of 38 here, still under caution. Major development here. Edwin Mendez with an internal issue. He was running, I believe, in the 7th position. Had a very good chance at possibly winning this race here today. Not going to be the case for the guy 5th in championship standings. He had a great run in Las Vegas last week. Not going to be the case for Julius Anderson's team right there in Anderson Racing. Tough break there for Edwin Mendez in the number 63 early on in this event as well. Let's go ahead and get to the restart here from the ISM Raceway with Chase Marks leading the field at Phoenix. We're back here at the ISM Raceway Circle K 150 action here on this Saturday morning. Hope you all are enjoying the race here from Phoenix. It's Chase Marks. He's led every lap so far here. We're going to restart on lap 7 of 38. Matthew Logan, Chris Skinlar, Fisher G, and Trey Smith, the top 5. Back to racing here at Phoenix. And Chase Marks trying to get the jump, but Matthew Logan's going to have something here. There goes Trey Smith on the dog leg. Matthew Logan to the inside for the race lead. They're 3 wide for second. They're side by side for the race lead.
You might have to see this battle in the back. Skinlar's going to be the big loser out of that.
And Fisher G going to move up a position right there on the number 12. They're still side by side for first. Matthew Logan trying to work the inside on Chase Marks. And not much has changed in respect to how the lanes work here. Sometimes the inside lane is where you want to be. Sometimes the outside lane is where you want to be. Nonetheless, it produces great racing. And you saw what happened right there. Matthew Logan able to lead a lap. That's a bonus point towards the championship for him. He's going to clear Chase Marks off of turn 2 on lap 8 of 38 here at ISM.
Ray Smith, he's going to fall into 3rd. Chris Skinlar back on the inside lane. He's going to try and take 3rd place away from Trey Smith. So a nice little even battle going on in the back for the last podium position. And these two, they're nose to tail, so they're going to try and drive away from the small pack.
There's the number 12 of Chris Skinlar, rebounding a little bit there, got around Fisher G. How about Dale Lightning? Great move there on the inside lane. Matthew Brown back in here, John Andrews' team. You got Zachary Fitzwater there for Marty's team. They're trying to work that inside lane, and it seems like the inside lane is working their way through the field pretty well here. Matthew Brown with a really bold move to the inside of Josh Williamson. As we got a battle for the race lead once again, Chase Marks on Matthew Logan. Marks really shooting up the racetrack. Here comes Chris Skinlart trying to get a move on the 69 machine. And Cody Smart's team, a little bit upset about what happened last week. They want to rebound and get the race victory here in the Circle K 150. Adam Garcia, however, going to move to the inside as Chase Marks rackets away from Matthew Logan in the top position.
Exactly, and Chris Skinner, he's falling back. He lost a ton of momentum after he made contact with that 69 truck. He's stuck
he's almost in the outside wall.
He's in the wall, in fact.
And he's going to lose a ton of ground right there. Trey Smith, Fisher G, Dale Lightning all getting around him. Matthew Brown also looking to close in on him, but he's going to stay right behind him. Williamson's back in here as well. And by the way, this is the first race all season where the pole sitter has led a lap. Chase Marks started on the pole position here today at the ISM Raceway. And, of course, as you can tell, he's leading the race right now, has led laps in this one here in the Circle K 150. So great job by Chase Marks keeping that pole position to his advantage. Matthew Logan, though, started on the outside pole. Or actually, no, he didn't. He started third for this race, excuse me, but still a great starting position for him, trying to rebound after he got passed there by Chase Marks. Lost a bit of ground there to the number 14 as we got 4 wide off the dog leg. Sebastian Kukulon trying to take advantage of Matthew Brown and Chris Skinlart, and it's just going from bad to worse for Skinlart. There might be an issue in the number 12. He continues to fall back here at ISM.
He just lost all his momentum after that contact, and he's been stuck on the outside lane. When you don't have any momentum on the outside lane, you're going to go nowhere at this track. He's definitely fallen outside the top 15, so 12 trucks continue to pass him on the inside. A little bit of contact there.
Oh boy, Eric Monaco getting into Josh Williamson, and in the wall, Williamson and Skinlart. And it really got worse for Chris Skinlart right there. Around and the caution out at Phoenix. And Josh Williamson, not too happy with Eric Monaco, I can presume, as he caused the 99 to shoot up in the Skinlart, bringing out our second caution of the day. That's exactly what Matthew Logan wanted to see. He had a bit of a gap there between him and Chase Marks, and he's also going to get an opportunity to pass him on the pit lane. Here we go. This should be the only time they'll have to come down the pit lane for fuel. We'll have to see if any tires are taken as well from our race leaders. Chase Marks leading the field here on lap 15 to 38. He's led the most laps so far. Let's see how they cycle through here on the pit lane at ISM.
Definitely, it's still fairly early. We're only a quarter of the way through this race, so I don't think we're going to see any bold strategy moves. Some guys might just take 2 tires, so it's going to be interesting to see what everybody does on the pit road.
Chase Marks here in the number 14 with the first pit stall. And of course, Chris Skinlart, we saw him get involved in the accident. You might be seeing him here shortly, but he is well far behind our race leaders. It's looking like going to be a 4-tire stop for everyone, except a few guys. Here we go. Strategy play, Dale Lightning, Kukulon, Adam Garcia, Zachary Fitzwater. That's the top 4 off the pit lane. I'm thinking Trey Smith might have jumped Chase Marks as well. So what do you think about this 2-tire strategy? You think it's going to work out for these guys, even though we're not even halfway through the race?
I'm not entirely sure, because yes, they do get great track position. It's pretty medium to hard. It's medium to semi-hard to pass at this track. So I'm not entirely sure. The tires do wear out quite more fast than usual. So faster than usual.
We're going to have to see how it plays out for him.
Play out. God.
Chase Marks there in the 4th or 7th position, I should say, because he had 6 guys jump him there. But he's still in a decent position. One guy who really did not get a good run was Matthew Logan. Came in 2nd. And as he crosses the line here, we'll see where he is on the restart. He is going to be restarting in the 18th position.
Wow.
That was a disaster for Matthew Logan. Like he had to have had an issue. A lot of guys ahead of him had to have taken at least 4 tires there. I saw multiple guys take 4 tires. John Arndt, issue on the 05. And he's a lap down. Not going to be a good run for the guy who's 2nd in the championship standings. Don't know if he got involved or not. You see, Joshua Rush is also lapped down from that first accident we had. We had a second accident between Josh Williamson and Chris Skindler. Let's see what happened to bring out the second caution of the day here in the Circle K 150 at the ISM Raceway. Well, entering turn number 1, excuse me, you're going to see Eric Monaco there in the 79. Got loose on that inside lane, came up on Josh Williamson. He gave Williamson no other choice but to move up in the Chris Skindler. And you see what occurs right there between Nathan Norman's team and Cody Smart's team. Williamson got clipped there by Skindler, and there's nothing anyone can do. And if they kept on going, that would not have brought out a caution, but Skindler spun it around in turn number 2, and with that, the yellow was triggered here at ISM.
As you can see, the 79 of Eric Monaco slides up and nowhere for Josh Williamson to go, except up and just a chain reaction wreck right there. So that's going to knock Williamson out of the race, and Skindler, like I said, he had no momentum. In the front for about 10 laps and then just had contact and sent him to the back where that ultimately happened. So that's going to ruin his aerodynamics, going to ruin his race.
We'll have to see what Skindler can do, but he did get back out there. Williamson's going to be done. But as for Skindler, he had some sort of issue. It put him in that situation. And it just got worse from there. So we'll have to see what they can salvage here today. Of course, the race leader is now Dale Lightning. Lightning came off 4th. We're actually going to double check and see what he actually took here on the pit lane. If it was a 2-tire strategy, I would assume it would be because he did jump the 3 guys ahead of him. But Dale Lightning with a great jump there on the pit lane. And what are the odds you have him possibly winning this race now that he's going to be the race leader?
I'd say they definitely are in his favor, but we may have another set of pit stops to go because we haven't reached halfway yet, so it's interesting to see with that team.
I don't think they'll have to come down again, but it was in fact a 2-tire stop for Dale Lightning, so we know what the strategy was on that team, and we would expect Chase Marks to be faster on this restart than the top 6 ahead of him. Let's get to the restart here in the Circle K 150 from the ISM Raceway. Back here at the ISM Raceway, and after that cycle of pit stops, this field has turned over on its head. Now Dale Lightning leading the field, going to get a bonus point towards the championship for that. Sebastian Cucalon, who won the Truck Series opener last year, going to be restarting, I should say, in the 2nd position. Adam Garcia, the Daytona winner from 2 weeks ago. Zachary Fitzwater, Trey Smith, the top 5. Jason Tucker, Chase Marks has 4 fresh tires. Matthew Brown, Eric Monaco, who caused the accident, Owen Miles, top 10. And next time by will be halfway to the Circle K 150 at the ISM Raceway. Dale Lightning, the race leader here on lap 19.
Cucalon's going to suck up to that back bumper of his, try to make a move, or just gain momentum, and Dale Lightning slides up the racetrack, and here comes Cucalon to the inside. As we have a battle for 3rd going on between Trey Smith and Adam Garcia. Smith moves the 94 out of the way.
And Smith got around Fitzwater as Cucalon with a power move to the inside of Dale Lightning. Cucalon's going to lead at the halfway point of the Circle K 150. Adam Garcia looks strong, and here is the guy with 4 fresh tires, Chase Marks. And Fitzwater really not going anywhere. He might have taken no tires on that stop. He is falling back like Chris Skindler did on that last green flag run. But Chase Marks looking pretty sporty right now, up to the 5th position. Already has gotten around 2 guys here. And Dale Lightning on the outside lane. He's going to fall back. And he may even be passed by Chase Marks in number 14. Marks with a great run to the inside of the 31. Here comes Eric Monaco. What a move right there on the inside of Matthew Brown and Jason Tucker. He's going to get that position away, or at least attempt to get it. He slides up again. That's the 2nd time he's done that. Here comes Emily Anderson, trying to make some moves there on the inside of Monaco and Matthew Brown.
To take advantage of that slip by Monaco, nearly caused another incident right there. As we go back to the lead, up to this little 4-truck pack. So for those 4 fresh tires, I think the strategy play has gone completely out the window with Chase Marks. He's gaining some ground. He's going to try and go for 2nd over Trey Smith. Adam Garcia falls back to 4th place.
Adam Garcia on that outside lane, trying to battle with Chase Marks. Trey Smith slipped up a little bit off of turn 2. But Chase Marks definitely with the superior race truck at this point, and a lot of the other guys who went 4 tires are mired back in the pack. Fisher G, another one of those guys who I believe took 4 tires. He's moving his way pretty well. Matthew Logan, however, still really deep in the field here. He's stuck behind McAngelo and the Wangwu and Agar Barreto in the middle of the pack right now. A lot of these guys really haven't mentioned at all this season. Joe Rutkowski there, Seth Cole, Nicholas Samadeo. Samadeo is the only driver in this series who has been in every single truck race before. Been in every single season of the Turkey Hill Truck Series. Great to still have him here. Gone for Johnny Gungor's team, currently running in the 19th position. He's only won twice before in the Truck Series, though. Last year's finale and Season 4 at Las Vegas. Back to the race lead, and it is done for Sebastian Kukulon's reign. Chase Marks to the top position with the 4 fresh tires, and I'm thinking that strategy was the right one to call for Robin Hood Racing, and now Chase Marks with an opportunity at grabbing his first win in quite some time here on NapaFan in the Turkey Hill Truck Series.
All he's doing is just praying that the yellow will not come out, because with those 4 tires, he's just going to drive away from everyone that took 2. But Trey Smith, he's trying to put up a fight. He's 2 truck lengths back, so stay in this lead. But with those 4 tires and as time goes on, Chase Marks is just going to drive away from these guys.
There's Trey Smith, might have also been another guy who took 4 tires. Really didn't check on that one, but Trey Smith seems to be keeping up rather well. But Chase Marks really gets off of turn 2 quickly, and that is definitely giving him an advantage here. Trey Smith, of course, he's with a team who was in this series last year, so they know what they're doing over there at Go Neum Racing. Of course, that's Hamill Racing Enterprises, just rebranded. But Trey Smith just doesn't seem to have enough in his race truck to get to that number 14 machine. One guy I'm really impressed with, Eric Monaco, all the way up to the 4th position now. He's going to get around Dale Lightning for that position. Some shuffling back in there. I saw Shane Lake almost go around off of Ace Garcia. Trey Barjo back in here as well. A lot of these guys not getting the best runs. Chris Skinler there still on the lead lap. Of course, Josh Williamson is out of the race. John Art got back out there, but he's 34th right now, and Joshua Rush is 33rd a lap down. Everybody else still on the lead lap, including these 2 drivers here. The 22 machine of Andrew Ross and the 54 of Madison Toll, and believing that Alexander Rowe might have hit the pit lane. Nope, there he is. As he is now 19 seconds behind. He might actually get in the way of our race leaders before this thing is done, as we have 10 laps to go in the Circle K150. They're 3 wide. Fisher G, Eric Monaco, Sebastian Kukulon battling right there for 3rd. The battle just might be on for 2nd at this point. Trey Smith has put a bit of a gap on those guys, but I think he's on the same tires as they are. But Chase Marks, 4 fresh tires, and he is gone in the number 14.
I totally agree. I mean, like I said, if a caution comes out, that might play a little bit into this race, but if it doesn't, Chase Marks is going to fall.
Been a dominating performance out of Chase Marks here today in the Circle K150. Trey Smith doing all he can to close in, but he just doesn't have enough. Fisher G did take 4 tires. I'm interested to see what he can do here. He's won this race before. He knows how to get it done at the ISM Raceway. If he can get around Trey Smith, he might have a shot at closing in on Chase Marks, but he's 1.5 seconds behind him right now, so I just don't see it happening in these final few laps. Like you said, Trey, it's going to be a caution that's going to take Chase Marks out of contention at this point. Battle is on throughout the field. Great run for Zachary Fitzwater, rebounding after wrecking out, and a great run from McAngelo and the Wangwu right there, just outside the top 10. Going for his 3rd straight top 10 of the season. He's the only driver to actually get a top 10 in both Daytona and Las Vegas. Let's see what he can do here at the ISM Raceway. A lot of shuffling going on through the field. See the guys who are back in the field. Adam Garcia's really fallen behind. He was up there earlier on in the race, and he is falling all the way outside the top 20 right now. Not at all what Adam Garcia wanted. As a matter of fact, he just fell outside the top 20, I believe, in the number 94. It's actually 20th right now. Not a good day for elite racing. Not a good day for a lot of these guys. It's definitely shuffled out quite a bit, but the pole sitter has done a great job. He's got to get around Alexander Rowe cleanly. He might get stuck behind him a little bit here, but we're closing in here. If we get a caution, that's going to end the race like it did last week, so hopefully this thing stays green until the end, and Chase Marks is definitely hoping for that as well, as he is pulled out to a 1.5 second lead on Trey Smith. Fisher G trying to take second away from Trey Smith here. He's going to have the opportunity before this race is done. He is close into him, and he might try to get around him before Alexander Rowe.
This is definitely going to be an interesting battle for second. Both of these guys are going to get held up by Alexander Rowe, and I think that's the final nail in the coffin for any of these guys hoping to win this race, as Chase Marks is just pulling away from these guys truck length by truck length.
Fisher G trying to get around Trey Smith. That's the main battle going on right now. Kukulon solidly in fourth. Emily Anderson trying to get a top 5. It'll be her second top 5 of the season if she can get it. And watch out for her this season. She might have a shot. She did really well in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series this season. In her rookie season over there, I believe she finished top 5 in the points, or at least close to it. And she is right now on the verge of a top 5 here at the ISM Raceway. Will she get around Dale Lightning in these final 3 laps? There he goes, Fisher G. He's not going to have enough time to close in on Chase Marks. He can't even get around Trey Smith. It's got to be really frustrating for Fisher G. Had a great run at Las Vegas last week. Trying to get another great run there for the Big Names Motorsports team. That team owned by C.J. Williams. Of course, Christian Russell. Definitely very excited for Chase Marks here today at the ISM Raceway. Won the pole, led the most laps. Most likely going to get the race victory, only unless something freak happens on this final lap. Fisher G finally going to get around Trey Smith for second, as the white flag is in the air in the Circle K 150 for Chase Marks at the ISM Raceway.
All he has to do is just take these corners nice and easy, nothing overbearing. As you can see, he takes perfect in the corners onto the back straightaway. A freak accident happens right here. He's going to win this thing. Fisher G just not going to get there in time. Coming off turn number 4, Chase Marks finally wins in the Turkey Hill Truck Series.
His rookie season, he's already off to his first win in the 3rd race of the season. I believe it might be his 2nd career Napa fan win. And definitely a long time coming for him. It's been a long time since he's raced on Napa fan, and he is coming off strong here. Dominating performance, almost 2 seconds on the field here today at the ISM Raceway, ahead of Fisher G. Chase Marks in victory lane here in the Circle K 150. Let's see where that puts him in the championship standings. We're going to calculate that out for you here very soon here from the ISM Raceway. But great run for Chase Marks here today. And what do you think this is going to mean heading forward in the championship?
Definitely boost him into the championship, since we are very early into the season. But you get a win at Phoenix. John Art, even though this was a late race in the season, John Art still won the Phoenix race and went on to win the championship. So could give him some motivation to go on and make a fight for the championship. But congratulations to Chase Marks and that whole organization led by Christian Russell.
We'll have to see how the points shake out, but Chase Marks, the race winner, Fisher G, Trey Smith, Sebastian Kukulon, Dale Lightning with a great run. That was a good strategy he played. Emily Anderson could not get inside the top 5. And then Eric Monaco, Jason Tucker, Zachary Fitzwater, Matthew Brown, the top 10 here from the ISM Raceway. Let's see the rest of the results right there. And we'll go ahead and give you guys the points here. McDangelo and the Wangwu still with a pretty good position in the points. Fisher G definitely moving up quite a bit there, and you see just how much of the points has changed here after only 3 races in the season. Of course, Fisher G 19 points behind Emily Anderson, also 19 points behind. The Wangwu's already putting up a sizable lead on the rest of the field. Trey Smith 22 points behind. And Zachary Fitzwater able to rebound back inside the top 5, 23 points behind for him. Take a look at the rest of the point standings right there, and the owners' standings as well. Numbers in the owner's standings. Actually, Fisher G's team right there. CJ Williams' team, I should say. Big Names Motorsports currently leading in the owner's championship by 5 points ahead of JSS Motors. It'll be interesting to see who wins it over there because they have a completely different system. Only the top 10 finishing teams receive championship points. So it'll be interesting to see who gets it done as the season rolls around. Next race here in the Turkey Hill Truck Series going to be the Lilly Trucking 200 from Atlanta. That's going to be a fun one like it always is. I believe it's going to be a 33-lap race over there, so it's going to be one of the shorter races of the season, but it'll definitely play a major effect in the championship. That race saw more lead changes than any other race last year, so we should expect another wild one over there. But either way, Trey, final thoughts on this race here from the ISM Raceway.
I believe this was definitely a good race. We saw plenty of action. The dogleg action was unbelievable, but we did expect it though. We did see a couple of incidences, some little controversy between Skinlart, Williamson, and Monaco. They'll probably sort that out later. It's a great race. Did see some strategy attempts, but that ultimately failed for those guys. Tough break, and we did see the pole sitter win the race. So once again, congratulations to Chase Marks and Christian Russell, the owner of that 14 team. And we will see you guys at the Atlanta Motor Speedway for the Lilly Trucking 200.
And we're definitely looking forward to that race from the Atlanta Motor Speedway, Lilly Trucking 200, October 5th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Let's see who gets it done in Atlanta. It's one of those wild card races. Don't really know what's going to happen. Chase Marks, the winner here at the ISM Raceway. Thank you guys so much for watching. And we'll see you guys next week from the Atlanta Motor Speedway. On behalf of Trey Wright, see you guys later here on the Turkey Hill Truck Series, season number 6. I will see you guys later.